As a Christmas and a New Year's gift, I would like to give you an opportunity to change your life, absolutely change it. Um, Give you the opportunity to find a new job, move to a new country, be free from working 9 to 5 in an office, be a boss to yourself and receive good compensation on that. Everything step by step I'll explain in this video. So usually when the New Year's Day or the Christmas Day comes, people want to send Santa Claus their Christmas wishes, and a lot of the times people want to travel the world, be free, be their own boss, not be connected to a country, be more free generally and in their particular way. So two ways of how I would approach this problem would be to become a sales development representative or a customer success representative or a manager. It depends on how the company calls their employees. Yeah. So how you become such a person? A sales development representative is somebody who reaches out to different people who might be interested in the product that sales development representative is selling. So you might be cold calling, you might be emailing them, you might be contacting your clients that are already interested, you might be going through the mailbox and seeing how the clients connect with you. This is something that is commission based, so you usually have a base salary, and then depending on how much you sell, you have a KPI that is written in the contract, and depending on how much you sell above that, you receive a monthly, weekly, or yearly bonus. So your salary totally depends on you and how much time you have. Maybe, for example, this month you decided to travel to another country, and this country just immersed you so much that you wanted to be there as much as possible and let the work aside, set it aside, and the next month you are coming back to your own country and you want to immerse yourself in the job, and you focus on it more, and this is totally fine. Nobody will punish you for that. It's totally okay. Then I would like to talk about customer success positions, which is people contacting you. And they're usually very angry, they are disappointed, they are hot-tempered sometimes because something doesn't work in the product. So maybe the payments didn't work, maybe nobody answered their request before, maybe they didn't receive what they wanted to receive, maybe something on the website is broken, and you are in the front line of that. You are representing the company, and you are here to say everything's fine. We are very immersed in your problem. We will solve it, and we'll help you to reach your result. You need to be a little bit of a psychologist yourself, a little bit better of a communicator than you might have expected of yourself. Because you need to decompose the problem into a smaller one if it's a big one. Approach different parts of it step by step. Help a person do that, maybe on himself, herself. If, for example, you have a plan from your company that you need to go through before you push this problem into a different department, for example, engineering, marketing, operations, product, anything related to the problem. Maybe a person could solve it by himself, for example, restarting the cache, restarting the system, maybe pressing some buttons if it's a solvable problem. If it's not, you need to push it in the proper department and contact them in order to solve this problem. Also, you might be in charge of prioritizing those requests. For example, if a lot of requests are about a button not working on the website, you might want to say, well, engineering, it might be your first priority to fix it and then go on with your tasks. Or if it's just one person who keeps saying nothing works, you shouldn't prioritize that to engineering because it makes no sense. They have a lot of stuff to do as well. So how you find those jobs and how you get accepted to first the interviews, then get an offer and get a job offer. So the one way you could improve your odds from other applicants is by knowing another language. If you are from a country that doesn't speak English as their like governmental language, any language other than English, for example, you will have huge benefits on the job market, on the job search, because companies want to expand. For example, a company is based in Singapore, and they are very interested in the Spanish market. But obviously, people in Singapore don't usually know Spanish, and they would prefer a person who speaks it without an accent, who is a native speaker, who speaks it fluently, and they would rather hire a person from Spain to work remotely, for example, from Spain, or get them a relocation package, because it would be profitable for them a lot more long term. And Spanish people, like, for example, know how to approach their clients better. They know how the communication works inside their country. There is no language barrier between them. So if you know another language, totally type that into your job search engine. For example, if it's LinkedIn, type remote in the city category. Yeah, I can do that right now for this step by step. Then in search by title skill, you should type, for example, in my case, Russian, that I'm fluent at. And for experience level, if you don't have an experience yet, or your experience is up to like 1 or 2 years, you should type internship, entry level, and associate. Because the categories there are very broad, and each company decides to themselves whether this person is an associate, whether it's entry level, or if it's an internship. Sometimes the pay ranges are for the associates are as big as for interns. So I'd rather choose the 3 categories and see how it goes from there. So I've already found 4,000 jobs that could fit in with my Russian language, which is pretty awesome. I should say pretty awesome. And then when you have found the jobs that you are interested in, you might want to understand you are more into healthcare, you are more into e-commerce, you are more into maybe real estate, maybe edtech, education, maybe some kind of like tech program, something like software as a service. It depends on what you have background in. Maybe you have been working in retail of such a company. Maybe you had a degree that is more related to that. If you didn't have a degree, that's totally fine as well. But just keep your advantages. Why not? So you apply to these jobs, and if you see an easy apply button, apply, but don't expect an answer if you don't reach out to the recruiter. So for example, we can set a filter. The good filter is under 10 applicants because your application will surely be seen at least. You can guarantee that for that. Yeah, there is a filter, easy apply. You put it on, and now I don't see 4,000 job opportunities. I see only 400, but still it's a good number. 400, I just need one job. And every time you see an easy apply button, you see a recruiter that has posted this job. If you have a premium account, premium LinkedIn account, you should send an email. It automatically generates a proper email to reach out to recruiters. For example, the job here says pre-sales consultant, business to business, Go Fluent, the company, and Coraline, global HR team lead, is hiring for that position. So I press send email, and the automatically generated email says, "Hi Coraline, I'm interested in your pre-sales accountant B2B role at GoFluent. Based on my experience as," here it says student ambassador at Microsoft, but it will say anything that is written in your line on LinkedIn, "I believe I could be a good fit. Please let me know if you'd be open to a conversation to discuss this position. I'm happy to provide you with any additional information you might need. I look forward to hearing from you." And you press send. I will press send, why not? I quite like this job. And I press submit button. This will improve your odds so much. And sometimes people don't even read the apply button, apply now button requests. They only read the emails that have been reached out to them. I've heard this from multiple of recruiters, so just believe me on that and trust me in that process. How you could also improve your odds. If you don't have any experience, if you are, for example, a high school student, you've only been volunteering, put all of your experience. If you helped your parents, put it as an experience. Anything could work. And you might want to boost your odds with an online degree, online certificate program, maybe just online certifications. How you could do that? If you have a LinkedIn premium account, you might want to do LinkedIn learning courses, but not only courses. You should do a learning path. There is a great learning path, for example, on sales development representatives. It's a very comprehensive one. It talks about many sides of negotiating, communicating with tough clients, how you should approach them generally, how you should not be pushing into the amount of money you get from the sale, but rather understanding the client's problems and trying to solve them through your technology. It will benefit you more in the long term a lot. I personally took this course, and I should say it helped me a lot in my job search so far. Then if you are more into, for example, tech, you should go to Coursera and see their Google certifications. There is a good one called IT help desk, as far as I remember, and automation with Python. If you take both of those two certifications, you will put yourself up by many positions. Because this because this course is developed by Google, people understand that this is a great institution and they know what they are doing, as well as you being able to complete it. Shows your attitude, shows your motivation, and that you have a general idea of how it's done and had some consultations and projects that you needed to finalize before being offered a certificate for that program. And you put all of those credentials not only on your resume, but also on the LinkedIn account, because you have now a URL and a link to that certificate, so that employers could see the exact number and see that it's valid. It's a valid one. Yeah, so I think it's the most of the information I wanted to say to you. Oh, there is just one more thing. Another way how you could find a job is to type in, not in the job search page, but in the people search page. So you go to LinkedIn, you see my network, and then type in recruiter. And you type people as a category. And you see all of those recruiters, for example, in your area now, but you set locations, for example, EMEA. It's a huge region of Europe and Asia. Let me see. Yeah, and show results. So now you have all of those recruiters that could help you get in the companies that you are interested in. For example, you want to work at Dell. You say recruiter and then current company, Dell. And then you see on their pages what they're hiring for, what they have previously hired for, and you type an email, hi, or dear name of the recruiter. I am very interested in working for this position or these positions, if it's several of those, at Dell, for example. I have those qualifications that I could bring. You should say why you want to work there and say, like, sincerely, your name. Once you send that email or a connection request, you will either receive, oh, well, yes, I'm hiring for that role, I should definitely refer you, or you should say, no, no, I'm not hiring for that role right now, but I will put you on my list or contact you with another recruiter that could be in charge of hiring for that role. Not only those recruiters will help you get the job, they will help you understand what is wrong with your resume, for example, what is wrong with your approach. Maybe there is something that you just lack, maybe another certificate, another experience. And while you are on your job search, you could potentially make this leak, make this mistake go away. Yeah, I think it's all I wanted to say for today. I think it's a really, really great strategy and people might underestimate it, but it's what worked for me and for many people in where I'm from. I know a lot of great women who now receive a salary that is totally unearnable here, totally like an entry-level salary here is so low, and ability to triple it or quadruple it with a remote job when you can travel anywhere, you will be in a more interesting company. It's just something priceless that I was exposed to. So I would like to help you as well. And if you want to help me with if you want me to help you with your job search, help you get a job in greatest companies, I'm totally capable of that. And you can always drop me an email, DM me on Instagram. We'll get you a job by the New Year's Day. Bye.